What's up, guys? We are live.
Yeah, baby.
It's Wednesday night. We're talking about rum news, rumness, rum stuff.
Everything rum.
Everything rum related, really, because we're going to talk about all kinds of things tonight. We got a great set of news set up for you guys. We are very excited to be hanging out with each and every one of you.
I had somebody from the liquor store ask me the other day, because it was St. Patty's.
How do you spend so much in my store every single week? I know you
it's
get
a
that
passion,
question
not a problem.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
No, he asked me, he's like, Roger, Royer, what rum do you suggest for St. Patty's Day?
Oh,
you know what I told him?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Any of it.
All of it.
All of it.
All of the rum. Just
It's
buy
all
tons
good.
of rum. Tons of rums. We love where that's headed. Welcome in, guys. We're going to catch up in some comments, but before we do, make sure if you're coming in, hit that like button. It just helps us get more rum news to more people.
It's not really that hard.
This is the best rum community in the entire world, where we have the most fun.
That means you people.
You can introduce yourself if you're new. Let us know you're here. This is the most welcoming group. You can ask questions, hang out. Let us know what you're drinking, where you're from. We always love hearing from
actually, when you give a thumbs up, what that truly means is that
an angel gets its wings.
No, I like myself.
Sorry, right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I appreciate who I am.
Self-affirmation. I like that.
So
that self thumbs up is really for you.
It's not for us.
Feeling better.
Because we are not the rum community.
No, it's each and every one of you guys.
We're
bringing more people in.
Community.
More people in.
That's you.
So I can show
give
off.
yourselves a thumbs up. I believe in you.
I believe in you as well.
I believe in you.
I just want to show off this outfit today.
I know you're sporting out.
It is currently blizzarding outside.
It is.
Snowing, windy, blowing wind everywhere.
We have had hail and rain and snow.
Mentally, I'm on the beach somewhere very tropical and warm. And that's where I'm at in this bar tonight with each and every one of you. And I know none of you are going to judge me for that.
Let me join you.
Yeah, thank you. Welcome to the beach. It's really nice here.
I don't have my shades.
I forgot sunblock. Careful. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
I don't have any sunblock for you.
Don't get sunburnt. Okay.
I'll try not to.
It's going to be great.
It's awfully warm out here, though.
Make sure you guys check out the links
You're
down
standing
below.
in my shade.
Ooh, I am the shade. How am I standing in your shade? That doesn't even make sense.
The sun.
You're standing in my sun. If I'm standing in your shade, we're already shaded.
You know what I meant.
No, it didn't make any sense. I don't understand.
You're going to lawyer up on me now?
Absolutely, I am.
Oh, wow.
Throwing a flag on the play.
Here we go.
Standing in your shade. Anywho, check out the links down below. Just Drinking After Hours Facebook group, the Instagram, the TikTok, all free places where you can learn more about rum, share more of your rum experiences, and hang out with other rum lovers. We would love to have you guys go check that out. On top of that, make sure you check out our Patreon Rum Club, which has limited spots available, but ships rum from all around the world to your doorstep. Get to sip along with distillers. And we're going to have a rum club meeting coming up here this month. We're very excited about, right? We got some things, some updates.
Do I know about this?
Yes, we're going to know about all of this stuff.
Do I?
Everything you know about.
I do?
Okay. Anywho,
all right.
Anywho, we'll get some updates out to the Rum Club members here shortly, and we will get everybody up to speed, but we are going to be hanging out with everyone again, and we're very excited about that. And if you're not in a networking area where you can't get those shipments, check out our Rumless Rum Club on our Patreon homepage, where we have an ability for you to still come and hang out
much fun.
And drink and learn and hang out with everyone for the price of to-go cup of coffee every month. All right, so no big deal. So make sure you come hang out with us. We love that. And with that, let's get into some hellos tonight, right? You ready for this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Low carb cocktails here, number one, right? Greg, Greg,
hey,
we appreciate you. Welcome in. We're so glad to have you here. He thinks he's going to make another Reuben for dinner for St. Patrick's Day celebration. What everybody drink for St. Patrick's Day? We want to know. We know.
I drank rum.
Well, we did. We did drink. Celebrated together.
We did.
We got together on Monday, and
we
celebrated.
Let me paint the picture. Let me paint the picture for you. So he texts me. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Where are you at?" I'm like,
"I'm in your bar.
I'm at work.
I'm in your bar. Why are you working so late? I'm there in the evening waiting for you."
So this is all coming through on text, right?
Right.
So we had lined this up. We were going to get together on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Right after work.
Monday night after work, hanging out.
Got off a little, maybe early. I don't know if you went in early.
5 o'clock early.
I don't know.
5 o'clock early these days. Okay.
For some of us, it is
55.
All right.
You took forever to come home. I swear to God.
So I get home, and he's got a couple of drinks already set out on the patio because Monday
It was
St.
nice
Patty's
out.
Day, it was like 74 degrees outside.
It was really nice outside.
It was beautiful outside here in Iowa. I get home and
Royer
say, hey,
takes forever.
What are you doing? What do you got there? And on our table, outside, he's got this box, and it's filled with like 10 bottles of rum.
We're ready to go.
I'm like, what are we doing tonight?
We're ready
oh my
to go.
God. We set that bar pretty high, haven't we? He's like, well, I didn't know what you would want. So he made a selection of the bar. He took it upstairs, went out back.
We hung out, we drank rum, and we enjoyed the freaking evening.
Oh, we did.
It's a good St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
What'd you guys all drink? We want to hear from you, what you guys were drinking. Catch it up here. We've got some hellos coming in. Daniel Butler's in the house. Carlos is here as well.
Carlos.
Welcome in, guys. Glad to have you here. Mark G hanging out. We love to hear from you, Mark. Glad that you're here. Dave the Axeman Hendricks is here.
What?
Love
Dave's
that.
here?
Love that.
I'm still waiting for another invite to go axe throwing.
I'm telling you, he doesn't like us anymore. I told you that. You ruined it. You ruined everything.
That happens so many times. People meet me in person. That's why I do the camera thing.
Yeah, that's why we do the camera thing. So never meet the people on the internet.
Yeah. No.
Not going to call us idols because we're definitely not that.
No, we are.
I don't
not
know what
that.
I don't know what you want to call it.
Even.
Never meet your bad influences. It's just better that way. That's probably a better way to put that.
What rum should I get? All of it.
Daniel says, in honor of the review today, I'm into my bottle of Mr. Fogg.
Very nice.
I hope you're enjoying it as much
Very
as we
nice.
did, Daniel. That Mr. Fogg is absolutely something that we recommend everybody get their hands on while they still can.
While you still can.
It's so good. Mark says, I'm going with some Coconut Cartel Dark tonight.
Oh, very nice.
Got the Coconut Cartel rolling in the glass tonight. That's always good stuff. Let's see here. Daniel says, Robert, you headed to the lake this weekend. I'm at the beach right now.
He is.
I'm here. This is it. This is me living it right now.
We were in Miami Monday.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean,
exactly.
Mentally, that's where we were.
That's where I was.
Sitting out back in Iowa.
Yeah.
We were actually in Miami.
Roger, as you say that, I have Sailor Jerry that I'm sipping on tonight. Look at that.
Very nice.
Alu Graphics coming in with an absolute banger of a rum. Love that.
That is a staple in my house.
Absolutely. Gotta have it.
That rum.
Let's see here. A thumbs up means I'm not a bad person to drink a whole bottle of rum. We don't think you're a bad person.
Not at all.
I'm just saying.
Not at all.
I don't think you're a bad person for that. Hello, everyone. For St. Patty's, I went out and had a green cocktail called Leprechaun's Tears. A lot like a last word. My Irish Valentine. Going out and getting those beverages. We love that. Welcome in. We're so glad to have you here. That is absolutely amazing. And then Billy says he's having a Mr. Fogg and Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Oh,
we
have not tried that, Billy.
I haven't had that. That sounds great.
That sounds delicious.
I love that. You guys are hooking up with all the best stuff here.
And Billy, thanks for joining us tonight, too.
Billy, it's always great to hear from you. We're glad that you're hanging out and having some delicious drinks, by the way.
That sounds delicious. Dr. Pepper has always been one of those mixers that doesn't get a lot of fanfare.
Yeah.
Pepsi and Coke, right?
Absolutely.
But Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
That makes some that and root beer.
Yeah.
Root beer, Dr. Pepper.
Low key, pretty good. Pretty good.
Very, very good.
Now, here on this show, we like to keep things pretty light. We like to have a good time. Tonight, let's see if we can get Roy riled up in the first few minutes here. I know we technically got a 19-minute mark. We're coming up on the 10-minute mark. Let's see if we can get him riled up.
What are we talking about?
Right away in this show tonight. All right. You guys saw the headlines. Royer hasn't seen the headlines. Royer doesn't read anything ahead of time. He has no idea what's coming. So let's get into the big one tonight. Let's hit it off right off the bat because I want to just dive right into it.
You going to get me all going?
How much Trump's liquor tariffs could cost liquor producers? Oh, my God. Boy. Now, you know how much we love to talk politics on the show, which is about absolutely freaking zero. Politics. And we're not going to get too deep into it. So for those of you who think this is going to be a show to go off on all of the politics of everything going on, let's just hold on for a minute. And don't forget where you're hanging out at. This is the bar.
Yeah, it's just the bar.
Where we're hanging out. And we're talking about rum-related news, and it just so happens that we're crossing into rum-related news.
I'm just going to preface this by saying, back in my day, You could actually go
when
to
George Washington was
you could
president.
actually go to the bar, and you could have a drink with your friends, and you could talk politics. You could talk about whatever you want to talk about. And if you didn't agree with the other person, with your friend or whoever it was, that was okay.
Yeah.
That was okay. You still shared a drink. Hey, you know what? Don't know. Doesn't matter. We can't control it anyhow.
So the last thing I'll say about that is we're all
That's
friends
how it
here.
used to be.
We're all hanging out. We're all in the name of good rum. So we're gonna keep it fun, keep it on the right side. We do appreciate opinions, but let's try not to get too carried away with all this. We know there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and we appreciate and love each and every one of you.
We do.
And there's no reason to just dive in and getting into any of that. But I do want to talk about this because the bottom line outlook is a little blurry for liquor makers in this trade war going on right now in the alcohol industry. Okay. Trump has threatened a 200% tariff on European wine, champagne, and spirits if the European Union moves forward with a 50% tariff on American whiskey. Okay. The EU tariff was unveiled in response to the new steel and aluminum tariffs by the Trump administration and is expected to go into effect on April 1st. So it's coming up. New month.
It is coming up.
That's real quick, right?
Quick.
This is a big deal for these big guys, okay? Specifically, they're talking about a couple of big guys in particular being Jack Daniels and Woodford Reserve whiskey maker Brown-Forman, okay? So Jack Daniels, Brown-Forman having a little bit of an issue with this. Now, these are the big guys.
Yep. These are the big guys.
I want to put this into perspective. You guys know we fight for the little guys over here.
We do.
So
that's what our channel's
I'm
really
going
about.
somewhere with this, by the way.
Okay.
I hope everybody doesn't
land this plane sometime soon.
I'm gonna land it. I'm gonna
land this plane.
I've got a plan.
Okay, you got a plan.
Don't I look like a guy
you have
with a
a
plan?
method?
Don't I look like a guy with a plan? Do I look like a guy that would show up without a plan?
I don't know.
I mean, for real. I don't know what I'm doing over here.
I'm not sure.
God, I tell you what, we've been doing this thing for 6 years and you still don't trust me. I tell you what. Okay. I wouldn't trust me either, honestly, but whatever. We're doing it anyway. Okay. So these guys are looking to take some pretty good hits, about a 30% hit, which can affect a lot of big industry things. Yeah. Okay. Can affect things like jobs, can affect things like their production, their stuff. There's a lot of big stuff going on here.
There is.
But here's my highlight for this news article.
Okay.
Nobody saw it coming. Left field. Here it comes. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The news is taking the spotlight off of the inner workings of the alcohol industry, and they are putting it on the problems of the big guy. And what I mean by that is it was only a few short months ago that we talked about on this channel how the news articles were talking all about the closing of distilleries.
Yep.
The reduction of the production of that was good. The reduction of the production. I'm gonna start a rap here in a minute, okay? Of alcohol spirits, including rum and all other industries. And this was becoming a hot topic of record-breaking closings in this industry for the small guys. We were also talking a few months ago about the problems that the state borders in just the United States put the strain on the little guys not being able to distribute to their fellow Americans. Okay, in their own country. Okay, they can't even get stuff, across state borders because of the problems that they're having. These are the conversations that we were having. And now all that anybody's talking about, the lights in the sky, the big news articles, every place ever is talking about how the Brown-Forman and Jack Daniels impact of these tariffs that come in. And we're so focused on this now that people are starting to already forget about the little guy. And it's happening all over. And I'm not saying there's not problems, okay, with the other side. I've already told you the things that it includes, right? The big ones, okay? And we get that. We know that brings in its own hardships on the common American. And we respect that and we totally understand.
Because I mean, you've got the big guys. They actually have more people working for them.
Yeah, they do, right?
So
hundreds of people.
So it affects those companies and those Americans.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right at home.
But you cannot forget, right? You got the little guy. And by little, I don't mean bad. I don't mean that they don't produce an amazing product. I don't mean that they don't know what they're doing. I mean that they just are smaller because they are limited in their distribution, in their production, and their support by their own country, because it is so difficult for them to grow here and get squashed by these big guys that are now feeling another impact on the other side. Right. And so now we have a moment to come together. This is a moment. All right. I'm going to bring it here. We're going to rally.
Can we make a difference right here?
This is my rally moment for each and every one of you who are watching this. Okay. We might be small, but we are mighty. And I tell you what, right now, if you take your favorite local distributor or distillers, not distributors, your distillers, okay, your favorite companies that you love to drink at, think of 3 of them, guys. Don't get selfish about it. We'd all have our favorites, right? But don't get selfish with it. Think of 3 or 4 of them. And if you start sharing that with other people and sharing the importance of it and how it's amazing and their stuff, and we start breaking down walls of people demanding that they try these products from different places, this is how we change rules. Don't take the focus off of where it's important.
It's not just how we break the rules and change the rules, but it's how we make a difference for those other companies.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The thing that bothered me the most is that a few months ago, we were having conversations about the little guy. I loved it. Sure, it was bad news.
Yeah.
We don't like hearing about distillery closings.
No,
we don't like hearing about lowering production. We hate that. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. Yes. But at least we were in the news and getting some recognition. And now we're getting kind of shimmied out of the spotlight here for these big guys having problems now. So now it's important to a lot of these big news outlets that we talk about these big guys here. And I think there's still such a focus on the little guy.
So, well, I mean, I agree with you 100% because, I mean, let's face it. I mean, you're talking about Jack Daniels and who's the other one?
Brown Foreman, right? Woodford Reserve.
Woodford.
You know,
you're talking about those, I think the news gravitates towards those bigger companies because it's just bigger news, the bigger impact.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, the news is kind of negative. I mean,
a little bit,
because that negativity for whatever mind-blowing freaking reason, that negativity sells.
Yeah.
It just does. It just does. Believe it or not, that negativity sells.
Well, I hate to say it, but how often do you tune into the news to hear about the most efficient train running on the railroad today? Not very often, right? But how many times do you tune into a huge train crash?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what stinks, right?
Hey, did you see that?
And it's a bummer, right? We want to bring some focus into the positives here. Now, United States-wise, okay, we need to break down some state barriers, right? We have they're creating problems in our own country to figure out, going out to the EU and all the other stuff. I get it, right? However, in our own country, we're having these same blockages costing tons of distillers problems, costing them production, money.
There's so many outdated, antiquated rules and regulations by each and every state.
Absolutely. You want to know how I think we fight this tariff?
Tell us, Robert.
Break down the state barriers for small distilleries. Make it easier for a small distillery to distribute. I tell you what, my wife and I were talking the other day. Can you imagine if you walked into a liquor store and there was a specific aisle or section or wall that was stated local alcohol or local spirits from America, USA made spirits, section.
So this is something that we're going to take a challenge on. You don't know this yet, but I love this idea. I love what you're doing, what you're talking about. I'm going to declare this right now without his
You don't need my approval. I have zero impact.
So what we're going to do, so there is a local liquor store that has actually asked us for a list of rums that we would recommend for them to bring in. Okay, not just the rum brands, but the expressions themselves. And I think this is an incredible, groundbreaking idea that I personally have just come up with.
Yeah, good idea. I think that's really great. That's a really good idea.
This is Robert.
I'm
joking.
I think that's a super smart idea.
But yes,
by yourself.
I love your idea.
Most so intelligent.
Let's put a shelf together of United States rums.
USA made spirits in our own country. Let's help the little guys out, and let's make this wildfire. Let's get North America on board.
Oh yeah.
Let's get North America on board. Let's get these. We're here. We don't need to do this so complicated.
I haven't said this for a really long time. I have not said this for a really long time. It's really up to you. All of you need to go out. You frequent a favorite liquor store or favorite restaurant. You need to go in and ask them to bring in and carry this special rum that you truly enjoy, and ask them to do that. Ask them to bring it in. And chances are they will actually do that.
We got a liquor store that's just like, I'm not waiting for approval. What do you guys want?
Yeah.
They literally told us that.
Yep.
That's the best thing we could ever hear.
Yep.
We're not going to out them because we don't know who watches this show and we don't want to get them in trouble, but we're really thankful for them.
No, we don't.
And we're super grateful for that because we love people who are willing to break the rules.
The funny thing is we get nothing out of it.
We don't.
We don't get anything out of it other than the joy of actually spreading the word.
Yeah.
Of good rum, with our community.
We got to look at the little guys, okay? Because we got to get this spotlight back where it's important. These small distilleries who are making a difference. They're doing unique products. Very cool. It gets back to the raw, authentic art aspect of making the spirit. And this is what we love about rum.
Yeah.
Everything is so different. And we're just focused on these big guys now that have been doing this for years and years and years. Exact same thing. Jack Daniel's is the same recipe it was when we were young.
Well, and that's a good thing,
Good for them.
It's good for them.
We're not knocking Jack Daniel's.
No, we are not.
But we got to also look at these people who are going out and doing some really crazy things. Now I'm going to get into some comments. I know there's comments that have been rolling in.
Okay.
Probably telling me how ridiculous I look today, but that's okay. I don't know. I'm just going to try and catch up here. I got to go back up. And catch up here. So,
well, while you're doing, can I share what I've gotten the last?
I'll tell you what. Before we get into the comments, Royer, I just thought of this idea right now.
Right now,
I would like you to share what you're drinking tonight.
Awesome! I would love tonight,
exclusive to all of you. What Royer is drinking.
I'm actually having a little Worthy Park Single Estate Reserve Jamaica rum.
Big round of applause for Royer drinking some Worthy Park tonight. We love that.
So we had this. I had this Monday night.
Your St. Patrick's Day,
St. Patty's Day rum, and it was like, oh.
Yeah,
this is good.
Absolutely,
I enjoyed that quite a bit. Robert, what are you getting the last night?
I'm so glad that you asked, Royer, because we did the review today on the Mr. Fog, and I thought I could have that, but everybody be expecting it, so I better do a different Plantaray product. We'll get me out of left field with the Sealander tonight.
The Plantaray Sealander.
Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw the Sealander coming tonight. The Plantaray Sealander. We got the 3 island rum of Barbados, Mauritius, and Fiji Islands right here in the glass tonight, which, by the way, from all those islands that came in, it's still like one of the most Midwestern rums I've ever had. I'm just saying, it really fits the palate of a Midwesterner, and it comes from all those islands. It's pretty awesome. All right, I do want to get into it here. Having just rum, can't read the bottle. Hooray. Roger, you're having a good time today. Good for you, my guy. I love that. We got some good conversations here. We got some notifications jumping up on our screen here. Hello, Billy. That cream soda takes that 55% completely away. I bet that helps a ton. We love that.
I bet it does.
Greg here. Greg Culp is in the house. How you doing?
What? Hey,
from Below the Salt. We love that. Welcome in, Greg. We're glad to have you here. Below the Salt Distillery, our Canadian friends coming in here and hanging out with us.
It would be interesting to hear his point of view.
Yeah. What do you think? How's Canada? How's Canada work with you guys here? Because America's not, it's not easy over here.
No,
let's see here. Evening. Support your local craft distiller, Roger.
Yes,
that's right. Absolutely.
Definitely, 100%.
Greg says, bring it on, guys. Yes. Greg is here to answer questions. Darn right he is. If you guys absolutely have any questions about local distillery, small distillery, Canadian distillery, Below the Salt is in the house. Greg is here to answer some rum questions, and we do love that.
Some really good rums.
He does have some really good rums. We love that. The Surge Hunter's here all the way from the Netherlands.
Oh,
how you doing,
Steven? There, buddy?
We love to have you in here. Glad to have you.
We do.
The Flying Dutchman port finished came. Mark got him some Flying Dutchman from the Netherlands. We were talking about that with Steven about how that's a Netherlands rum, right? The Flying Dutchman, and we can't get it right now.
No.
Steven did attempt to get us some Mobile rum. Unfortunately, The United
It
States
has
didn't
not come
play
through.
very well. It did not make it. It did not, it went back the other way.
I mean, how does that work? I mean, surely they aren't just going to throw that away. Somebody took that home.
I don't know. I don't know if it goes back. I hope Steven gets it back.
Well, yeah,
I
hope so too.
I hope so. You know, the United States of Distilleries Act. We need to put an act at the end of that. Can we just write up the United States of Distilleries Act?
That would be. Maybe we could.
Let's do it. I could write it. I'm sure I could write it. Really, give me some rum and give me a pen. Okay.
The Constitution of Rum.
That's how do you think the Declaration of Independence was made? Okay. Don't tell me they weren't sitting around drinking rum around a table.
Oh, you know they were.
You know they were.
They were.
And they were just making this onto a piece of paper, okay, until they got it right. And then they got the biggest piece of paper they could find, okay? Because I don't know about you, but when's the last time you've seen a declaration of anything be signed on a piece of paper the size of your wall, okay? You go to see the Declaration of Independence, it's like wallpaper up on the wall. You're like, geez Louise, these guys, like, how big were their pens? I mean, they needed all this space to write, you know? Now it's all small, but anyway. Different story, different day.
We digress.
Anyway, let's see here. Total BS that I can't send you a gift. Face orange frowning.
Yeah.
I know, Steven. We're really bummed about it. Really bummed about it.
That
do appreciate your efforts.
I was really looking.
You are amazing for trying, and we do appreciate that. We know it took some effort and probably cost you some cash, so we appreciate your efforts. Let's see here. Your enthusiasm is scaring me, Robert. It's going to get more intense as the night goes, you know. Many businesses do that. Records stores have a spot for local musicians, vinyls, and CDs. There you go. I don't understand why there's not a section in most small or large liquor stores. Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. I know why too. Let me just
go ahead.
Let me get on my soapbox here. I'm going to tell you exactly why, Daniel. This is a great point. Why the heck do we not do it with liquor? And do you know, guys?
Shucky darns.
Heck, guys.
Shucky darns.
Heck. Okay. You know why? Is because the big guys pay their distributors to get their product out. And when you start taking shelf space from these distributors who are needing to get this product out, they don't get too happy about it.
Nope.
They get real upset about the fact that you're moving their shelf space around.
You're affecting their income.
You're exactly right. And that's where that money push is a problem. But we need a local distiller to get a separate shelf, set up a corner, local, like get it out of your own state.
Ironically, we happen to have someone with the courage to step up and say, you know what, boys?
We're done with that.
We're done with that.
You want to distribute
Let's bring in something different.
We're going to do it differently, and you're going to like it.
So, yeah, we're going to do that. So, what I would like to challenge everyone out there right now to do is send us a message of a local distiller that you would like to help promote.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll take that into consideration. We're putting a list together of some different rums that we want to have him bring in. And we will absolutely look at your suggestions and take that into consideration.
Darn right. Mark says his Flying Dutchman actually came from Calgary. Oh, he's getting Canadian Flying Dutchman. I didn't know there was another one. I only know the one from the Netherlands. Was there a tariff
on that?
So not in country to in country.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
You know, yeah, you know, Mark's from Canada, bought it from Calgary.
That's true.
It's like it would be
the
like
whole tariff thing's confusing.
Don't act like Canada's like the United States, where you have to pay extra money to get something from another area of your own country.
Iowa?
You know, because that's what the United States has to do. Oh, I'm sorry, you're from Iowa. You want to buy something from Illinois? Yeah, sorry, can't do that. Nope, you got to work extra hard to go do that.
Dare me to do that? I'll drive across the freaking border and I'll pick it up myself and I'll bring it home.
Darn right, you got to spend your gas money to go get it.
Hell yeah,
ridiculous. Let's see here. They stopped in at the X-ray machine and sent it back to me. The only upside to the whole ordeal is I have 2 more bottles of Moba now. Well. Hey, silver linings are always good, Steven. That's not a bad problem to have. And we're super glad you get to enjoy it at least. We're bummed we don't. Someday we will, but we are super glad that you get it back. That would have been terrible.
That would have been terrible had you not gotten that back.
Yeah, I love that. Let's see here. Gary Gallus. Hello, everyone. I picked up 2 bottles. Gosh darn it. 2 bottles of Mr. Fog the other night at Benny's. Great stuff. Thanks for the recommendation. We love it. We love that. Super glad that you found some, that you were able to get some, Gary. That is flying off the shelves. It's on limited.
It is flying off the
limited
shelves.
right now. So
That's
make sure you
sale
get your hands
number
on it.
1.
Yeah. I love that. Let's see here. Greg says, unfortunately, I've been trying to get our products to the lads for a show. I know Greg's been working on getting his rums here and having problems. You believe that?
I can.
Yeah, me too, because we live in the United States,
Yeah.
where
Well,
there's
not
walls.
only that, but Iowa.
They don't have to just get past the border. They got Minnesota's border to Iowa. They got to get through too. Okay,
That's so funny.
There's 2 borders. They got to
you know,
get to.
There's I could. That's to me.
It's ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
I know
You
it
know,
is.
I
We
mean,
got a lot of rules.
The stupidity of so much of this stuff.
We got to break these barriers. This is what we're
do.
working on. Put the spotlight back on the little guys. Break down the barriers for the states. Make it easier.
Yes.
Make it easier.
Let's not make it more complicated.
We have had so much good liquor and products from different states around the country, and we can't share it with everyone because it's impossible to get for some people, and that makes things so difficult. I mean, there's just got to be a sense of, hey, American business can open up to help get out there and be able to do more.
You know, that's just it. If you want those businesses to flourish and grow and actually earn more of those tax dollars for the government,
yeah,
you know what? Make it freaking easier for those small businesses to make a living, and actually pay those taxes.
Darn right.
You know, it's like, why are you so concerned with these huge companies? See what I did there?
Yeah, I love that. Good work. You PG ready mother gunner. I love it. You're doing great.
But I mean, they're so focused on these big companies because you're talking about big dollars, right? Well, how many small businesses are out there that are trying to make a name for themselves? How many?
Too many.
How many of those dollars actually add up?
A ton,
right? I would venture a guess, and I have nothing to prove this. Earthquake. I have nothing to prove this, but I would venture a guess that there's more local, craft distillers out there that would make a bigger dollar impact than 1 or 2 of those large companies like Jack Daniels and whatever the other company.
I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna give you some fun facts for you, Royer. If you opened up these borders for these distilleries to be able to get their products out there, the jobs that would be lost from these big guys would be gained by the little guys. They go out and get it. They'd be like, we got to add staff. We got to add people.
Yeah.
There's tons.
Why?
Of
because we're growing.
I don't know how many distilleries are in every state, but it's a lot.
Yep.
There's a pretty good chunk. There's a number of them. Yep. We have like in our own backyard, we got like 3 of them. Okay. So I mean, there's distilleries all over the freaking place.
Well, it's kind of funny. Shout out to Cedar Ridge. They were actually on the 6 o'clock national news about how much this is affecting their business.
So let's fix it.
Break
the state borders down.
As far as the whiskey goes,
ease up on the little guys,
because they do make a decent whiskey.
They do. They make great whiskey and bourbon. Great whiskey and bourbon. Absolutely, they do.
The rum, they still need a little work on.
They do need to work on the rum.
But that's another story.
But
so they had them on there. Which shout out to Cedar Ridge. We
shout out Cedar Ridge.
We love those guys.
Absolutely, we do.
They got a lot of heart and soul, and they're trying to really make a good impact. But they've got the same problems.
Absolutely,
all the rest of us do.
Yep, we're just it squashes the little guy. We got to open it up for the distilleries, the small guys, the states with their great products that need to get out there. We shouldn't have to work so hard for it.
No, and I have to say that I think never mind. I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, well,
so
I appreciate your restraint there. I think I'm getting worked up over here.
I know.
I get fired up about it.
Me too. I will say this. I don't think it's just necessarily about the little guy in the United States here.
No, he doesn't.
I think it's about the little guy
everywhere.
So that is that's one of the things that we've really tried to promote on the show.
Yeah,
is the craft distillers. It doesn't matter what country you're from.
Yeah.
We try and help promote your business.
Yeah.
That's really all we do. We want to try and help promote. So for awareness, for experience, everything else.
Yeah.
Try and get your product into somebody else's hands that wouldn't normally have
Get
even
it, have
known
it, no.
about your product.
Yeah,
And now with
reading
these
each other's
now with
minds.
these tariffs in place,
Mhm.
you know, I'm not really sure how that's going to affect them. You know, like under the salt, for example.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not really sure. You know, how is that going to affect them?
You know, and I think it's hard because there's so many things going on, and it's a lot. And I think the best thing the United States could do, if we're going to give it back to the people, okay, and we're going to help things out, now is the best time ever. Let's offset it for the people. Let's make everybody have access to products that they can't get, and they're in their own freaking country. Okay,
I know.
We're here together. We're the same, and we're not even allowed.
We're all trying to help each other.
We are, and we're not even allowed to do that.
Believe it or not, every single person that's watching our show right now, whether it's now or later, we're all people just trying to help each other. That's all it amounts
for the cause,
to, right?
We're here. Join the fist.
It's not any more complicated than that right there.
Welcome to the fist.
You know, so yeah,
yep. It's just our new rebellion group. The fist. I knew you'd appreciate that. Yes. Well, as Royer read the words straight out of my brain and said them at the screen, I will tell you guys, this is what we're passionate about. This is why we do this show, right? It's for the guys that they can't get out there. Sure, we do big stuff. We do stuff because we know people are going to want to see it, and we want to get everybody that stuff. But we really focus on those distilleries and those rums and those products that a lot of people might not know about, know they exist, know that they just came out, to help them search and find new products, because that's what this place is all about.
Here's the thing. You can have the best freaking product in the whole world, but it is absolutely no good unless other people know about it.
Darn right. And that's all this community is about.
And if you have ever experienced that yourselves, then you understand where we're coming from.
Absolutely.
And you understand our passion and why we do what we do.
Yeah.
You know, we have actually been down that road, and you know, you can have the best product out there.
Darn right.
Doesn't matter if nobody knows about it.
Yeah. And we want to get everybody out there. Greg, bringing up 173 Distillery. Great.
Yes.
Great distillery, doing some great stuff.
A
lot of people have never
Clear
heard of
Lake,
them before.
Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa. It's amazing.
Iowa rum.
You know,
we've got one of their products that we have to review yet.
Dave the Axeman's bringing in the Railroad Distillery that doesn't ship to Iowa, but he would love to try it.
You know what? We might be able to make that happen.
We're going to work for it. We're going to try. We're sure going to try.
Jot that down. We got to.
Yes. Let me hold on. Let me just make a note in my phone.
Jesus.
Hold on. I got to tap.
Grab a pen.
I got to tap the number a bunch of times.
Grab a pen.
Okay. J.
My God.
Oh,
Are you going to make me reach in front of you to grab a pen?
M-N-O. Hold on. I'm still in the first word here. I'm working on it. Don't you remember what it was like to text? God.
Yeah. I text today.
This is the work phone.
I text all the time.
It's the work phone. Okay. All right. I'll finish the note.
We haven't paid that bill in a long time, so it's going nowhere.
I'll finish the note in a bit.
Grab me a pen.
I don't know where your pen. Whoa. Ho.
I told you I was going to reach in front of you.
Easy.
What the hell?
Okay. God.
All right. Grab me a.
Watch it, pervert.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's watching. I'm glad that you acknowledge that.
Oh my God.
He's watching too.
I'm glad that you acknowledge that. Now.
Both Jesus and God are watching you.
Iowa. I'm taking applications right now for a co-host.
Getting awfully close to my shaft.
All right.
Jot it down.
Railroad Distillery.
Jot it down.
I have to jot this down, otherwise I will forget.
Yeah, you forget a lot.
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Exactly. Cool. I do want to get into a little bit other ones. Another news article here. I don't want to get too hung up on that forever, as we only spent 40 minutes on it.
We apologize.
So rum cover over. I do want to hit on this real quick because I thought this was really good. Just seeing some things happening, and I could be wrong. We always like people's opinions as it comes in here. But the rum cover over, which is the amount of money transferred to the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico as a rebate program for the federal excise taxes on their distilled spirits. Okay, so they actually just raised these, from $10.50 per, I believe it's per distilled gallon, to $13.25. Okay, so they add in a little
Okay.
bit of money to that rebate,
Yep.
giving them a rebate for shipping those products in to America, as they are Puerto Rico and U.S. Virgin Islands,
Yes.
taxed under the same system. So the cover over is kind of that word that just says we cover them as well. So it's their little rebate program. So it
Okay.
got raised up, for a period of time here, which
Okay.
is good.
Yep.
It's good.
Definitely.
Just want to point that out. We like rum news. We like stuff happening. Just keeping everybody informed. Bacardi's changing people's lives. When are they not?
Oh, do tell me more, Robert.
Yeah, so Bacardi is changing the lives of young adults in Glasgow who are taking part in its free bartender training program.
Nice.
Shake Your Future, the 12 Shake Your Future students who are from the local area took part in the 12-week course, which culminated last month when they faced their toughest test as they took over bar service at the annual Glasgow Bartenders Ball at St. Luke's on Bain Street, Glasgow. The Shake Your Future program gives the skills necessary for not just a job, but a lifelong career in hospitality. The program is being run by the team at Bacardi, together with some of the most respected and talented members of the Scottish bar industry, who are giving expert advice on everything from how to make the perfect Bacardi mojito to delivering first-class service in a busy bar.
I love this. I love this so much. I do. So one of the things that, if you followed us for any length of time at all, you know that we don't really talk about Bacardi too much
here and there,
but
we like them.
We
get along.
And
we
do get along.
We didn't, but then we met them at the Miami Rum Renaissance Festival, and they had a chance to earn our trust back.
Yes, they did.
And the Rum Club helped us earn their trust back by figuring out some things about the Bacardi Spice versus Oakard, and we went through a whole rabbit hole.
We went through a whole
rabbit hole together.
I have been a fan of Bacardi since
at least 6 months.
I have been a fan of Bacardi ever since I started drinking rum. I truly have. Captain, not so much. Just saying.
Is that like 1820?
I'm just saying. Captain, not so much. Bacardi, yes.
When did you start drinking rum? I mean, that had been like 1800s.
Been a while.
Civil War time.
It's been a minute. But I've been a big fan of Bacardi for a long time. But again, the reason that we don't discuss Bacardi too much on this channel is because they don't need our help.
Yeah.
They don't need us to help promote them.
They don't.
You'll see
here and there.
You'll see a review here and there of their products.
Yep. And a little bit of news here and there.
Yeah.
On
and
some
a little
stuff
bit
that
of
they're
news
doing
here and there. But
hey, what do you think ever happened with their reusable containers on cruise ships? Their green initiative. I never did hear the end of that. Remember how we said we were never going to hear the end of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't.
I wonder whatever happened to that. If that was real.
It sounds like a failure. But but yeah, we do. I mean, we had a chance to meet a lot of people that work for Bacardi, and they have direct impact on what they do there.
They got a good team,
and they
care.
Very good team.
They do care.
And that's one of the things that I've said this before. People lose sight that there's real people.
Mm-hmm.
There's real people just like you and me, everyone that are doing a job. They're working for this company. They're doing the best job that they can. They're trying to make a positive impact for not only the company that they're working for, but I truly believe that Bacardi's trying to make a positive impact for the community as a whole.
Now, if any of you are sitting there and they're
one of
like,
the reasons I like them.
If there's any of you sitting there right now and you're like, yeah, Robert, Royer, whatever, we get it. Let me try to win you over with one phrase here. One little story, short story, not really a phrase. It's more of a little short story, okay? When Bacardi shows up to the Miami Rum Renaissance Festival, this is a festival filled with companies like Just Rum.
Yep.
Filled with companies like Really Bad Rum.
Yep.
Okay.
Plan Array.
Plan Array is there. You have Knox and Dunn.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You have
Coconut Cartel.
Coconut Cartel.
Everglades White Lightning. Bamboo Spirits.
Yep. Okay. These are companies you guys have all heard us talk about over the years and talk about throughout. And there's many more that we have met and shown up and hung out with at this show. And Bacardi didn't just come there and just send a rep.
No.
Okay. They stood side by side with these guys next to their booths with their literal team members who are the decision makers in the distillery for the recipes and the final products and
Master distillers.
the master distillers and in charge of stuff. That is not something you see big companies do.
That is
ever. No, in fact, there is not another large rum company that we can think of that has done that. Okay, they all send reps.
Yep.
Okay, all of them.
All of the very large companies, typically, all of the large companies, they send in reps.
And I'm not saying Bacardi does this at every show, okay, because they don't. No. They did this in Miami Rum Renaissance, right? And they do have a specific couple of people, a team of 2 that does all their shows for them. So they're not just hiring some marketing company to come in and stand at their booth like a lot of companies do. They do have people that know the product, know the thing that are there, that care. But seeing the big dogs actually at the booth, hanging out in their cool suits, looking way better than what I do.
Everybody else,
okay. They're looking so
bar
sharp.
Set pretty low.
It was pretty low when I walked in. Okay, I look like this is me in Florida all the time. Okay, but like they look great in their suits and everything. Yep. But they are so nice and talking. They talk with everyone. Talk with everyone.
Down to earth.
Not intimidating, welcoming in, having so much fun with everyone.
They're not like, you know what?
And so
I work for Bacardi.
Yeah. That's what Roy Ayers like when he tells people that he has an internet show. Okay.
Excuse me.
Do you know who I am?
Well, you should.
You should. But anyway, not to get too caught up on that, but that is one of the reasons why we actually hold Bacardi in pretty high regard, because they did earn our respect in that way.
They did.
And they had watched our videos and watched us beat them up a good full times before they were really nice to us. So they didn't have to do that.
Nope,
they could have just gave us the bird. Yep. And just told us to get the heck out of their face, very easily. So we appreciate that. Let's see here. State borders are just signs, right? Not actual gates or booths. Yeah, well, that's true, Mark. That's true. However, there's still enforceable ways that they try to keep track of certain things. It's mostly the shipping aspect that we run into problems here. Let's see here. Greg says I'll work on doing a road trip. That's how you get it here. If you want to run it in the U.S., you run it on wheels, okay? If you're going through the air, if you're going on transit, if you're trying to ship stuff, it's really difficult, right? But if you can put it on 4 wheels and you can go wherever you're going, that's how you get around the U.S. And yeah, I can say that on here, okay? Because let me tell you something. We are the modern day rum runners, and we are going out and we're going to get it anyway. So U.S., if you want to get on board, why don't you just put a price tag on it and make it workable and happen so you can make a little money too? We won't care. Make it easy for us. We'll pay a few extra bucks for it. Let's get it done. Let's make it happen. I like corn and I'm from the cold. Where do I send the resume? Mark says. You're in. You're in.
I love it.
I love it. Phil, welcome in. Phil, have you missed anything? You've missed a lot tonight, Phil. It's gone pretty crazy, pretty fast. Not going to lie. Are they bringing back Bacardi 151? That is the only change in the world news I want. Unfortunately, not at this time.
Nope.
Greg, that is not happening. They're not bringing back 151 at this time. Nope. There's no plans to bring back 151 at this time. So maybe someday, but not at this time. Let's see here.
And we are not breaking that bottle open.
Now, we do have a bottle of Bacardi 151 stashed away for who knows when someday. Yeah. That's a bottle.
It'll be my funeral.
Yeah, that was gonna say. That's
my funeral.
You don't want to have it?
No. I've had so much of that. I mean, I used to drink. That used to be my shot. That was my go-to.
The go-to.
That was my go-to.
There you go. Well, we know why Roy Ayers is the way that he is. The Caribbean spiced one also wasn't too bad. Absolutely, they really care about what I have no idea. Rodney Dangerfield, love it. We vote at the liquor store counter when we make the purchase. Darn right, Roger. We sure do.
Damn straight.
That is exactly it.
Damn straight, right there.
A lot of companies forget where they come from and stop making their classics for new flavors.
I love that.
Yep, it's true. Absolutely, Dave.
Yep,
absolutely right. You inspired to look for rums made in the USB. Alu, go find them.
Yes,
there's a ton. Iowa alone, we have uncovered so many rums here, and we're in Iowa, right? Like 173 Distillery,
Modern
Matriarch. We have there's the home field. God, what's it called over there? The Field of Dreams in Dyersville. There's a Field of Dreams rum. It's kind of expensive, but there's a rum over there, and then there's small distillery rums. Everyone's got kind of a little take on it. So like there's tons of stuff. So definitely stuff
Just
to
have
find.
to go look for it.
Absolutely. Sent you the new rum line label, Greg. Can't wait to see it. We will check that out for sure. Definitely will. You said it's on Messenger?
On Messenger.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just pull it up here. Let's see what I got here. Greg. I found you, Greg. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Can I share it? Am I allowed to share it? I don't want to do anything that's illegal. I'm not trying to break rules. I'm just a rum runner. You know, I wouldn't do anything to break the law or
Phil,
rules.
Yes, Star Union is already on our list.
Star Union, absolutely. Don't forget
100%.
Richland. Richland's great.
Oh, yeah, Richland.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll wait for Greg's okay if I can show you guys this label or not and leave it at that. For the moment, I'll read you St. James New Rum.
St. James New Rum.
Because the range of the St. James Distillery continues to grow year after year. It is the power of an extra old AOC Martinique agricultural rum to enrich their collection. St. James Single Cask 2003 is a testament to the expertise of the Martinique distillery, exploiting a dry vintage produce of a rum with powerful and structured aromas. Aged for 18 years in 200-liter American oak barrels without topping or a reduction. It embodies their richness of authentic tropical maturation. Bottled after more than 2 years of resting in vats, their rum retains a unique complexity. Only 12 casks were selected, resulting in only 1,750 bottles.
Okay, we gotta get one.
Gotta get one. Break out the wallet, Royer. I think we gotta go get it. We gotta find it.
We're gonna have to get that one.
Yeah, we absolutely do. You know?
Yeah, don't forget
Gotcha Rum.
That is not happening.
Where is it at?
It's
not down here. You took it out of here.
Greg,
dang it.
That is not a thing.
Greg, it is a thing. Gotcha Rum, Iowa.
No.
Gotcha. It's great.
Gotcha. No, we're trying to promote.
What a value rum. Okay. $7.99 for a liter bottle. Absolute steal. And it's pretty smooth.
It's a headache in a bottle.
It's smooth.
Is what that is.
It's
a headache in a freaking bottle.
Easy to drink.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
No. I am not promoting that.
Amazing.
No.
All right, Greg. No. Greg has the new rum line bottle that he would like to share with everyone here. I'm going to share it with you guys as a breaking news. All right, you ready? Don't tell anyone that we told you, especially Greg. Okay. Boom.
Yeah, baby.
That looks like a guy who knows what he's drinking. Okay. I'm just telling you right now. I appreciate the sunglasses look. I'm not even being biased right now. Okay. That is great. Also, his haircut looks pretty good. So I think this is a great looking bottle. I love this. I love where we're going with this. The rum line is out and about. So we got it. We got it there breaking for you guys. Boom. Butter for the win, mother truckers. Hashtag butter is better. I love that. I love that we're back. Just another rat. Thanks for coming back in just to throw that up here. I feel like
we appreciate
that needed to happen.
I love that.
You know, I feel like that was much needed to bring that in. So let's just make sure we get everybody back on board. Let's just make sure we get the word out.
God.
There it is. Just going to leave that there for a second as I sip this.
My goodness. Yes.
Yeah, we love that. It's pretty good stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. What's this one, too? God, I forgot about all these that we have just sitting in here.
No.
Good stuff.
That is not a thing.
It is
that
a
is
thing.
not a thing.
It is a thing.
No, that is not a thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Not anymore. It is not a thing.
I appreciate all of you guys. Look at that. We can drop the little hashtags down there. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. If you haven't yet, join the show every week. The Rum Club is there on the Patreon. If you're not in an area where we can ship you rum, join the Rumless Rum Club. We have a ton of fun. Ask Mark. We have a blast. And Mark G comes and hangs out with us. We got limited spots and everything. But it is a great time.
So hang on here. So I really like the fact that Below the Salt joined us.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Absolutely.
We're
going to set up a time to bring him on the show to debut some products, and we're going to get that set up. We have the ability, Royer. We have technology to do this.
Okay.
And we're going to do it. We're going to get with Greg. We're going to get with distillers. In fact, I have a goal this year for each and every one of you.
Definitely check out Below the Salt.
Yes.
It's Canadian rum.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Now, so we had the opportunity at last year's Miami Rum Festival to actually have a tasting and you had some really good rums.
It was a lot of fun. We had our own private tasting.
Yes, we
by
did.
the pool.
By the pool.
Right before we got on a plane.
Yep. Never,
which was the
never
best.
a better way to fly, right?
Which
there.
was the best.
Never a better way.
By the
to fly
way,
right
we had
there.
a lot of fun doing that. Best plane ride. It was great. But yes, make sure you check out Below the Salt. Also, I'm setting a goal this year. This is happening. We're coming out of the first
Do I
quarter.
know about this?
We're coming out of the first quarter, and I've got a new goal. I want to introduce you guys to more new rums than we have ever introduced you to before. And what that means is we're going to have to change a couple of things, okay? Because one video a week just isn't going to get enough new rum out to you guys. And sometimes we're repeating companies. So how are we supposed to get new rum out to you guys?
How are we supposed to do that?
Oh,
how, Robert?
So,
what does that look like?
Here's what we're going to do this year. We're setting a goal.
We have stunt doubles coming in for us.
Stunt doubles. Oh, good thing we have someone to drink the rum for us.
Not sure how my liver's gonna do.
Who wants to apply to be the stunt double for the rum drinkers on the internet? That's a good job. That is a great job. But we are going to bring more interviews than we have ever brought before from new companies that you guys have never heard of. We are actually in the talks with not one, not two, but 3 rum companies.
This is crazy.
That have never been on this channel before.
What?
Never had their products on this channel.
Have we ever reviewed their products?
We have never reviewed their products on this show, okay? To help spread the good word of rum.
Craziness.
So we are working on some timelines. I think over the next couple of months, we're going to set up the year. We're going to get some things going. We're going to get interviews galore for you guys. And we are really excited for where that is headed. So, and that wasn't even including Below the Salt because we haven't even had that conversation.
No,
yet.
we haven't.
I didn't include him in that one. So it could be 4.
Yep.
Okay, he looks pretty excited about it. So I'm just saying. So I'm just saying that'd be 4, right? So we're really excited about that. Very, very excited to have you guys join us for this year. We're going to get more news, more rums, more recommendations out than ever.
Trying to create this awareness for all of you fine people out there.
And with those interviews, for you guys who are in the rum club, there is a lot of chance for those rums to circle around and make their way into your doorstep.
That's
which
awesome.
is a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun. We do love that.
Well, rum people are fun people.
They are. And we want to make sure that people are getting to try as much as possible. That being said, we got a rum club coming up here at the end of the month.
We do.
We got a makeup rum club to schedule
weekend?
as well. I don't even remember. Is it this week? I think it's the next weekend.
Is it this weekend or next weekend?
We talked about this weekend and next weekend. I think we're flipping to the 30th. 30th is what we're looking at. Yeah.
30th is what we're looking at?
Yeah, for this rum club for this month. We're looking at 30th, right?
Well, I feel like we missed one.
We did. We got to make up one that we're going to do, which is going to be good.
So
it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth the wait, but we got to make up one that we're going to schedule. In the meantime, we're going to get this one. We also have to put a rum order in at the end of this month. So if you're looking to get the next shipment.
For all of you Rum Club members, if you remember right, last time we got together, I asked you all to send us some rums that you would really like to try that you haven't yet, and see that come in the rum package.
Darn right.
That you get every quarter.
Absolutely.
So please drop us a message. You know how to get in touch with us. Drop us a message and let us know maybe a couple of different rums that you're thinking, hey, you know what? That would be great if we could get this for the rum club.
Yep.
It's just that simple.
Darn right.
If we don't know what it is, we can't ask for it.
We're going to ask for it. We're going to try and get it.
We will.
We love that.
Angel will love that.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Our online distributor always loves it when we come with requests. But send it to us, right? So check out those links down below if you guys want to get a part of that. And we're very excited for the year ahead. Lots of good stuff coming. We have a little bit of a hiccup with the delay in the last month's rum.
We apologize.
And it happens, but we got to reschedule on the mark. We're always going to come through for you. You guys who have been in the rum club know we always get it done, right? So
we appreciate your patience.
We make it happen. Sometimes you have like a very clustered amount of rum that comes in one moment, and then sometimes we'll go a couple months with a little bit of a gap, and we just have a lot of fun, and then we circle it back around. But we always get it done, so it's a ton of fun. And
I love getting together with everybody.
We have not underperformed the expectation yet, and I don't intend to start this year. No. So I'm very excited about that.
We are going to try and set that bar a little bit higher.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. So Rum Club members, looking at the 30th, I will get some updates out for you guys here shortly. So be on the lookout for those, and we'll get you guys some.
I
updates
agree,
on what we
Mark.
got going on.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mark G put down interviews are fun.
They are fun. You had to learn from the distillers.
We love
who doesn't
doing
love that
interviews.
And then you get to come to the rum club and you actually get to talk with them, which is really fun too, right? So it's a good time. But we love having them on the show for you guys to ask questions too.
Greg sent another picture.
Yeah. Oh, he's sending stuff.
He sent us stuff.
Boom. Look at this. The penguins. The penguins at work. Here's Greg working with his penguins. Are any of you guys certified to work with animals? Because Greg is. He's a penguin specialist. I love that. That is freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome.
That is below the salt, the Canadian rum.
I love that.
Right?
Oh man, I love that. So with that being said, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we do.
It's 8:01. We don't want to keep you fine folk too late. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
We
if you
appreciate
guys haven't checked out the links, make sure to do that. Come back every week. We always got cool, exciting stuff going on. The energy was really up tonight. We're going to try and keep it there. This was good. We raised the roof.
Well, we had our beach vibe.
We got political.
Yeah, a little bit.
Look at us get political.
A little.
I can get super political.
Let's not.
Look at that.
Let's not. Let's not.
Democracy. Freedom. Break down the borders for distilleries.
There you go. There you go.
See,
let's do that.
Don't get me hyped up, okay? I'm running Royer for president.
Free rum for everyone.
Is there an age limit on Vice? I don't think I'm quite there. But I'm a vice president feels right.
I feel like we could do that.
We could do so much for rum. That. You give us 6 months in office, they can here's the thing, they can impeach us. We're gonna get it all done before they get us out of there. We'll get it all done.
For 60 days.
Nothing else is gonna get
60 days.
Nothing else is gonna get done. They're gonna be really upset.
Yeah. Give us 60 days.
But I will tell you, there will be more done for the liquor industry.
Oh yeah.
Rum specifically. Than anyone.
There might be some other things that kind of fall along the way, but we'll get the craft distillers taken care of.
Darn right. Darn right. We hope you guys had a fun time. We love hanging out with you. Thanks so much for being the best rum community in the world. We wouldn't be here without you guys. This show started because you guys started watching. It's the only reason we're still here.
It's your fault.
And we really the fact that we're here is absolutely all of your faults. And we're so grateful for it. What a crazy cool experience that we get to be a part of with you guys. And we're so excited for the year to come. For that, we're going to bring you guys more options and more new stuff than we ever have. And we're very excited to take that role on this year and get that done. And we just hope that you guys are out there having fun, supporting your distillers, and just having a great time finding and enjoying new products and enjoying your rum journey as much as we are. With that being said, Royer El Grande, Donde, Superior, XO.
Wow.
Double aged at sea.
Wow, I feel older by the second.
Let's get them home safe.
All right. Always drink responsibly. Never drink and drive. And no rums or harm during the making of this video.
Not at all. We'll see you next time, guys.